Friday, March 12th, 2010, filling in for Regis today, 360 himself, Anderson Cooper. I just want to spin around. I just want to spin when I say 360.
You would be the first person to make that joke.
I know, but listen.
How you doing?
Don't tell me you're bored with me already. I'm great. I'm great. Yeah, we were just talking about backstage. You haven't been watching American Idol.
I haven't really gotten into it, except 2 weeks ago was the first time I TiVo'd and I actually watched. I watched the it's on like every night now, it feels like.
It does feel like it's on every night.
I missed it this week, but I gotta say, I'm just not into the performers. I mean, there seems like there's some good ones, but I can't remember any of their names.
I know one girl's name, and it's Crystal Bowersox.
Yes, she's good.
I really like her.
Yeah, she's really good.
And then I listen to her, and I think, how could she not have made it already?
Well, yeah,
they missed somebody.
The good thing about American Idol is that, people do make huge progress week to week, and so suddenly people transform themselves. But I gotta say, I like all the judges. I think they're all doing a great job. I think Ellen is doing a great job. I miss Paula just a little bit.
Oh
though.
Gosh, don't you miss Paula?
I miss her zaniness.
I know.
Yeah. I miss your Paula Abdul impression.
I miss being able to recreate Paula on the show.
Yeah, it's sad.
You know, it really is. I used to love stringing those sentences together.
Can you give me just a little Paula?
Anderson, what you are is a shiny piece of tinfoil. And I think that you touch my spirit, not my spirit, my wings. If I had wings, they would be touched by you. Right? It's so great.
That's nice. It makes me feel good.
Yeah. And then Kara would always come in and go, I think what she's trying to say is that you're good and you can sing. And you're a good singer. Right?
And then Simon is, I have no idea what they're saying.
It's all rubbish. Look, it wasn't good enough for me. I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's like bad karaoke.
Bad karaoke, bad cruise ship. You know, and I'm like, cruise ship singers are good.
Do you do karaoke? See, to me, karaoke to me is the most horrific. Like, the thought of being forced to do karaoke is so horrific to me. Do you like karaoke?
No, I went to a karaoke party, and so as we pulled up at my girlfriend's house, this was a few summers ago, I heard like a hideous rendition of a Rolling Stones song, and I was like, that's awful. And then you know, drinky, drinky, happy, happy, and I'm like, let's sing Rocket Man, everybody. So the moms and I, it's a group of us moms, we all get up and we decide to sing Rocket Man, and I'm not kidding, we are awesome. And surely somebody in this swanky neighborhood is a record mogul and will sign us to a deal because we are awesome. And by the way, Rocket Man is the longest song ever. So I come off the stage and I am like, Mark, you know, and I'm like, honey. He goes, that was really embarrassing. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, we were incredible. He goes, it was the longest song in the history of the world. And then somebody videotaped it.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I was like, I will pay you $40 million for that videotape. That can never get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm much worse.
Well, I mean, one, I rarely ever go to parties, but also I don't really drink, so I'm so not the right candidate for, because I just watch all these drunk people singing and I just think it sounds terrible.
But I think...
And I literally am not, I feel like it's a joke that everybody is in on, except, like, I do not get the joke.
But you have to...
I don't get why this is entertaining.
But what you have to do is you have to drink something because then you think that in your mind, you're like, I am going to rock this Lady Gaga song. You know, and you're like, ba ba oh la la, Gaga oh la la, ra ra ma ma ma, right? And everybody else is like, oh, she's really bad, and you're like, I'm getting a record deal. Like, I always think the thing from American Idol missing is the free bar. Right?
That's right. Wow.
I'm telling you, my Gaga is on fire these days.
I love your Lady Gaga.
Oh,
wow.
it's so good.
That's really good.
You have to hear my daughter's
Has Lady Gaga been in this program?
No, and
She doesn't need to be. Good idea. Yeah. Put some tinfoil on your head, you know. Wear the phone.
We call me Lord Gaga. My daughter does an amazing Lady Gaga.
Really?
Oh my gosh, she actually sounds like her. It's incredible.
That's really funny.
She hasn't been, tainted. She can actually hear the music still.
Right.
I'm too into the performance art aspect where she's just like into the words that she screws up, which are so funny. She's like, I want your puppy, I want your peas. My daughter singing Bad Romance. I want your puppy, I want your peas.
That's great. Yeah, we had an office party or Christmas party or something a while back, and later on, after it, people were going off to do karaoke, and I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll meet you there. No.
Oh, come on.
No.
But I heard, can I just tell you something? I heard that you were out in California. And by heard, I mean I read it on people.com. And I heard that you were dancing at a party thrown by Madonna?
Are there pictures of this?
No.
Because unless there's pictures, I can't respond. I can't confirm or deny.
If anybody out there has a picture of this. No, I'm telling you, I read it.
I've said I enjoyed the dancing. I just don't need to do it on television.
That's where you're wrong.
No, that's what I've always No, because it's everyone looks like any middle-aged guy just looks like an idiot dancing on TV. No one really needs to see it.
I need to see it.
No.
We all need to see it.
Wolf Blitzer.
That's true.
Yeah.
You will dance, my friend, whether you know it or not.
We have video. We're showing in a couple of minutes.
What if I sang Lady Gaga one more time? Would that inspire you?
Even if Paul Abdul walked out here and sang Lady Gaga, that wouldn't... it's just embarrassing.
Ba 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 poker face, ba ba poker face. Come on, Anderson.
Yeah, no. Maybe
oh gosh, you guys are so close.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the story? This lady, 91 years old, who works at a Rite Aid pharmacy out on Long Island. Someone tried to rob her, and she fought back. And then was okay and insisted on working the rest of the day, working the rest of her shift.
I love this lady, and I love this story. It's incredible.
I love that this lady, look, see, this is her, I guess, at Rite Aid, but she's wearing socks.
Why not?
When you're 91, you get to wear whatever you want.
She beat the mugger with her shoes. Good for her.
Yeah, her name is 91-year-old, Florence Critelli.
Well, good for you, Florence. We love you.
Really?
Oh, we do? Oh, let's just
Kelly's
see.
Lady Gaga on Halloween.
Okay, we never get tired of showing Halloween video. Oh, it's frightening. It's really scary.
Was that this year? That Halloween stuff was so funny this year. You guys showed me a tape earlier of you guys doing the... was it Jersey? No, it was the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Of New Jersey.
And I didn't realize it was Regis was one of the Real Housewives.
Caroline.
It's incredible.
I'm not kidding. We go upstairs once a week and we're like, hey, let's watch the Halloween show again. Because we just never get tired of seeing ourselves in costume. Lady Gaga was funny because they kept sewing like pads into the bust line of the outfit, and no matter how many they put in, they're like, we need more padding. There was like a pillow shortage on Staten Island. We need more padding. I wanted to show you this because I know that it's a bit been there, done that for you. But look at this. This is off the coast of Mexico. A diver in a cage, and the shark taking a nip out of the cage. You did this in South Africa, right?
I did. I did this in South Africa actually a couple times. But I have a story actually coming up on 60 Minutes at the end of this month all about a guy who he takes tourists out cage diving, but he actually free dives with great white sharks. And I went out free diving without a cage with him, with about 4 or 5 like 15-foot great white sharks circling around. It was crazy.
You did really not. You got out of the cage?
Yeah, it was
Anderson,
cool.
never get out of the cage.
Yeah, and the water's filled with blood because that's how they get the sharks in. So it's very surreal to be like, there's bloody water and you see the fins of the sharks circling the boat, and you're like, all right, time to get in.
So I just want to understand that he will do that on camera, but he won't dance to Lady Gaga? You won't get your freak on? So what does that feel like? Is your heart
Yeah, well,
racing?
it's funny because your heart is, my heart was racing. The guy who's done it has done it hundreds of times, and I guess his heart wasn't. But
he had his heart removed.
Right. He's heavily medicated. But no, my heart was racing, and the problem is the great whites don't like scuba bubbles. So you're supposed to, unlike most scuba rules, you're supposed to, when the shark come right, they're really curious, so they come right at you, and you're supposed to hold your breath. But what he didn't tell me was my heart was beating so fast I couldn't hold my breath, and in fact, trying to hold my breath made me take bigger gulps of air and have more bigger scuba bubbles. And the great whites, when they get nervous, they open up their mouths and they display their teeth, which means they basically like show you all their teeth. So you have this 15-foot great white shark, which is like this thick, coming toward you, and it's getting nervous, and so it opens up its mouth and displays its teeth.
So it's
really
like,
terrifying.
Look at me.
Right, yeah. And then it goes right over your head. It's crazy.
Mark and I did that to each other on our honeymoon. Show me your bubbles. I'll show you my teeth. That is, I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what it means.
Sounds like a terrifying honeymoon.
It was so scary, very scary. No, I'm serious. I get so nervous for you when you do this stuff.
Yeah, that was extreme. That was.
And so why? I just want to know why.
Well, the guy is doing it because his point is that sharks are actually misunderstood. About 100 million sharks are getting slaughtered every year for shark fin soup in Asia, and their dorsal fins are cut off while they're still alive, and they're dumped back in the sea, and they literally drown to death. And 100 million sharks, it's a year, and no one really cares because people don't like sharks and they're afraid of sharks. So this guy is trying to change the way people think of sharks, just so that they're not just like these, they're not out to get us, that they're actually very complex animals and really interesting and kind of amazing, and they're predators, but they're incredibly beautiful and interesting. So.
Did you touch one?
I did not. He has touched one, but I was sort of. Yeah, not going to. I wasn't going to go that far.
You
I was
were
like,
too
it's
busy
enough.
making
I'm
bubbles in the corner?
Right, exactly. But literally, I'm also not that great a scuba diver, and I had just gotten certified in order to do this, and so it was like, first dive, going with the great whites.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was basically focused on like staying balanced, and then as the sharks approached, because it's underwater, objects appear larger than they actually are. But these things are so humongous that they appear then just like gigantic dinosaurs attacking you. And I literally would like fall over because it would come and like go right above me, and
you would just
I would go back.
Right. We went we did this diving thing on our show a few years ago. Lola was like 6 months old. So we went diving.
You took her shark diving?
No, I
did. 6 months old?
Yeah. But Gelman was there and I was there, and we got certified to go diving for this tape piece. And I said, I'm very nervous about sharks. And Gelman goes, Kelly, let me straighten you out on a few things, okay? There are no sharks here. And where we're diving, there are no sharks. And you don't have to worry about sharks, and you're being ridiculous. So in walks our diving instructor, who takes off her jacket and is missing half of her arm.
Oh no!
Big scars.
Wow.
There's a bite mark, like a mouth mark, and it's big scars, kind of fresh.
I would love to have seen you when she did that, and you look at Gelman like, yeah, I told you so.
harnessed all of my talk show hosting skills, and I said, wow, what happened to your arm? Like, I didn't do that polite, let's pretend we don't see it. I was like, what happened to you?
That's the difference. Right. Me being a wasp, that's how we were raised, to not say anything. Don't acknowledge anything.
That's not...
A person has just had their arm ripped off in front of me. So, how are you?
Unpleasantry.
Lovely to see you.
Was that an unpleasantry? Yeah. Not me. I went for it. Wow, what happened to you? She goes, shark hit me. Shark hit me.
Yeah.
Shark hit me. I was like, with its open fist? She said, shark hit me a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
And I said, where were you? Were you in South Africa or California? She goes, no, about right where we're going to dive. I was over here. She said, it was my fault, though, because, you know, typically when a shark bites you, they're just trying to taste to see if you're anything good. And you know, it was my fault because I pulled away. I tried to pull away, and you just let the shark take you. She's telling me, that just let it take you, because eventually it will spit you out. But she fought back.
Right.
You know, America fights back. She fought back, and had a big piece missing.
Yeah, the guy I went diving with never actually gave me any advice about what to do if actually bitten, which is probably now in retrospect, I probably should have asked that question.
Well, I mean, you know, if at that point.
Right,
Great white.
Right.
You know.
Forget about it. I guess there's not much.
There were nurse sharks where I was, like the kind that stay on the floor, which I was great. Love them. Love nurse shark. Love. Big show today. Are you ready?
Yeah, it's a very good show. Ted Danson from Damages is here. I've noticed, by the way, you always ask me to fill in only when there's a gray hair person coming on the program.
We do that.
Richard Gere, you asked me to fill in. Ted Danson. He didn't have gray hair. He has like silver hair.
Silver hair?
Yeah.
Well, your hair is silvery.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
You're the silver fox.
I try not to look.
Oh, look. You should look. Food Network star Guy Fieri is here, who has a new game show called Minute to Win It.
And we're actually gonna play some of these games, and they're kind of games you can play at home.
I'm gonna take you down.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you are going down in a big way.
We shall see. And Fitness Fridays continues when we try the sword fighting workout called Forza.
I don't care if you're not excited. I am.
Have you done the Forza?
No, I've not done the Forza. Have you?
I have not done the Forza. I'm just hoping it doesn't involve dancing.
I hear that it's dancing / sword fighting. And then when you advance, you go into a Shark Tank. Right. Do it in there.
And you have to sing karaoke.
That's right. You ready to bring down the wheel?
Sure, it's time to play Spring Fling Trivia A Go-Go.